What's up? This is TrueFlow here, and I'm going to be doing a video about the history, not really history, but me broadly talking about, you know, how companies have treated this specific Iron Man armor, the stealth Iron Man armor. If y'all don't know, this Iron Man armor, I think, is the Mark 5. Technically, the Mark 5, Mark 6. I could be wrong. I think it's the Mark 6. It's either the Mark 5 or Mark 6. Between that, and it's popped up multiple times in comics. It's either gotten a new, either Tony's made a new stealth armor that does the same thing basically, but it's better, I guess, or he has another armor. It's the same armor, but it turns blue, which signifies stealth. There's been a lot of stealth armors over the years, and companies have targeted this armor a lot, to the point where it's almost ridiculous. They don't even get it technically right. Like Marvel Legends, they made their stealth Iron Man armor, which is a great figure. It's a great paint job, a great blue on it, but it's not even accurate. It's not accurate. It's just some subtle differences they didn't get. Now, granted, it's still very close to the point where no one was really ever complaining about it. I really don't care, because there has been stealth versions of the Iron Man armor in more recent time, where it's been drawn by artists where it looks just exactly like the Mark IV but blue, and that's a comic, that's a writer's mistake right there, or the person who's penciling it makes that mistake. So I guess it's technically accurate but not accurate at the same time. And over the years, you've seen companies like Marvel Legends, SH Figuarts, even Mezco, all at some point give their own stealth version of Iron Man armor, and a lot of times it's a repaint. I don't know why they choose to do this armor so often when there's other armors they could do. And I get if you're doing it for the first time, but when you keep doing it, where you just take a random Iron Man armor and then make it blue and call it the stealth Iron Man armor, it's just kind of weird. You know, it's just like you could have taken another Iron Man armor, slightly retooled it, maybe given a different paint job, and you would have had a new armor that actually could have been in the comics. They could do that. They did it with the 2020 Iron Man. Just do the same thing, but no, they just repaint it. Now, granted, the new stuff Iron Man that y'all know that came out like last year is good. I like it. It's a remake technically, because they did it like 10 years ago when Iron Man 3 first came out, I think, and it was the same thing, just blue, but it was a slightly worse mold. SH Figuarts took an MCU Iron Man armor, I think it was the Mark III, and just made it blue. I guess, like, it doesn't come from any movie, it doesn't come from the comics, they just called it blue. People still bought it. I mean, it did look cool. I'll say this, I'm starting to believe that they make these repaints and just call it stealth Iron Man armor just because they know people just like blue Iron Man. And if that's the case, that's pretty smart, because I like blue Iron Man. Blue Iron Man looks cool almost all the time. Like, only thing about the SH Figuarts stealth Iron Man, it's undersized, like most of their armors. Most of the armors are very undersized. It's why I don't buy them for the most part. It's why I stick to Mezco or Mafex. And Mafex is irritating because they rarely make Iron Mans. They rarely make them, and when they do, it's usually amazing. Usually, I don't know how people feel about that comic Iron Man they made. A lot of people love it. Some people were on the fence, like, you're better off just getting the Marvel Legend one for like 1/10 the price. All right, maybe that's a bit much. Maybe more like 1/7, 1/5 the price. But I mean, it's sound advice. That's why I skipped over it. I see no point in getting it when I have the Marvel Legend one already. And not just stealth Iron Man armors, but I've just noticed blue Iron Man, like, they make it quite a lot. It's not a stealth Iron Man, it's some other weird variant. For example, they gave us I remember in the Gamerverse Iron Man, they gave us a new Iron Man. It was just a blue Avengers game Iron Man. I don't think the suit's even in the game. I could be wrong. I did not play that dog shit game, so I don't know. But I don't even think it was in the game, but they made it anyway. You know what? People liked it. I liked it. It was in my, I think when it came out 2020, it was in my top 5, top 10 figures of the year. So obviously I really liked it. Iron Man in blue just looks cool. They're giving us another one. It's technically War Machine, and it's accurate. It is War Machine. So basically just a modern Iron Man, both a black blue paint job. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks cooler than the modular Iron Man. You can disagree if you want. It does. I have it pre-ordered. It looks real cool. Iron Man in blue and black. Yes, that looks amazing. It looks awesome. But what else? Mezco. Yeah, Mezco. They're a bit weirder because I would say they're even lazier than Marvel Legends and SS Figuarts just grabbing a pre-existing Iron Man figure and turning it blue. They've done it too, but they didn't just do it for one armor. They made it black and yellow, which actually wasn't a bad idea, because when you think about it, the black and yellow was supposed to look like the Marvel Now Iron Man, or like, I forgot what mark it was, but like, I think it's Mark 29 Iron Man. I'm not for sure. Y'all remember that whole time where his armor was black and yellow for the most part? Yeah. So like, if you want that in action figure form, you can just get it. I'm pretty sure it was like a Comic-Con exclusive, so it's probably really hard to find. It's not on Big Bad Toy Store, so it may be on Amazon, may not. It's probably has a hefty price, but they basically just repainted the normal one they had, the yellow and red one, and just made it black and yellow. And they did it again, except now it's blue, and they called it the Stealth Iron Man. Even Mezco did it. Am I mad? A little, because even though the Iron Man mold is great, they've done that 3 times now. Technically 4. If you look at this, I mean, the Silver Centurion one they're going to release, which looks amazing, for the most part is almost all the same materials. I think. I could be wrong. I may be very wrong on that, but just with a couple changes, which I don't mind. I guess the Silver Centurion, it does look like the original Iron Man armor, but with a different changes, a couple little changes and tweaks. So I guess that one actually makes sense, but the others kind of didn't. Like Mezco, you would have thought maybe Mezco, like, they like to be comic accurate but also do their own spin on things. Will they finally get the little details of the stuff Iron Man right? They didn't. It's still cool. I mean, y'all are seeing pictures of it right now. It's really good. It's really good. I wish I took some pictures of that Avengers blue Iron Man I have, but I didn't. By the way, it's a good armor. It's a good armor. If you just want to fit into your collection or your haul of armors, it would work. It would work. I mean, for the most part, I don't even know what this video is about. I just kind of went on a tangent of just blue Iron Mans and stuff Iron Mans we got over here, and the weird fascination for that one armor. I'm not saying they only do this with the stealth Iron Man armor. They've taken other armors and maybe just made it all red or all silver. They used to definitely do that when they were when Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3 came out. Mainly Iron Man 2. They did it all the time. They would make weird Iron Man armors that no one asked for. But at least they added little details, little shitty kid gimmicks on top of it to make it different. But I haven't seen that. They don't do that now. It would be cool if they did, but at some point it always comes back down to the blue. You never see like they just take an Iron Man armor, just make it black or yellow, or even make something all red and white. You think the Silver Centurion one would be the one they would reuse that color scheme more often. That's the more popular one. The stealth armor isn't like one armor I will look at and be like, oh, that's a top 5, top 10 Iron Man armor. No, it's not top 5. Definitely not top 5. I don't even know if it's top 10. To be honest with you, that may be a stretch. I may do should I do my top 10 Iron Man armors? I should. That would be cool. That's an easy video right there. But yeah, that was it. I'm surprised this video is close to 10 minutes, but it won't be. So yeah.